Hey, it's me again. I postponed going to the gym today because so much good stuff was coming up and into me through my meditations this morning and actually even last night before I went to bed. So instead of going to the gym like I normally do, I decided to make this video. I know some of you are like, oh my God, not another video from this guy. But trust me, it's some really good stuff. Now the fun part is that taking that good stuff that came into me through my meditation and now getting it out of my head and into my heart and into that silly camera that I'm looking at. Because it never fails that when amazing stuff comes into me, I turn on the camera and it is inevitable that it just leaves me. And I don't script anything anymore. So whatever comes up, comes out and goes into the camera, which ends up going into your ears, into your eyes, and there you have it. So, but today I wanted to talk about and share a really fun, interesting conversation experience that I had a couple days ago. And I was having a conversation with one of my Facebook friends. And she had posted this picture that she had outlined a section of a book that she was reading. And before I say anything, this woman is amazing. So there's no judgment. It was just this amazing experience and this amazing moment that I found myself in where I started thinking about myself. I started thinking about her, the world, everything in this one moment from just seeing this picture of a highlighted section in this book. So let me tell you the context of it. So she highlights a section of the book where it was talking about how the people that we surround ourselves with, whether it's friends, associates, you name it, but everybody that we surround ourselves are important and are very instrumental in us becoming who we are, a better version of us. And it said something like, the people that you surround yourself with are the ones that will make you better. And or will help you become a better version of you. And so when I saw that, something started resonating within me, and I made a comment back to it that said, what if who and what we really are doesn't have to become anything, because who and what we are at our true nature is already absolutely perfect. So even though I know that, clearly she's not aware of that at this point. And if I get any say in it, I'll do my best to help guide her to the awareness that I have now. And so she responded back, and again, she's amazing, and she's got a great personality, full of life, love, just super fun gal. She responds back something to the effect that said, yes, imaginary friends count as well. And LOL. So I knew she was just being her quirky self and just her fun-loving, just fabulous self. But when I read that, this energy started showing up in me. That was this resistant kind of, how dare her say that? This, maybe it was kind of self-righteous energy. I'll explore that later. But I couldn't even respond back to it at that moment because this energy was just showing up. That's like, I can't believe she just said that or typed that. And so it was pretty funny and comical and allowed awareness to show up in such a beautiful way. And so I just sat with it. And I started processing through it. It's like, okay, take her out of the equation, because we know who she is, and she is just amazing. She didn't mean anything by it, but let's really explore what is showing up within me. What's this energy about? And so I started thinking about it, and it's like, well, part of it is because I take what I do and this message so serious sometimes, which it is. It's the most powerful thing, the most extraordinary, special thing, and most important thing that I've ever done in my life, is to get this message out to people so that we can stop suffering or eliminate suffering. And so I started thinking through this, like, okay, well, that's showing up. I understand that. But then it went to a totally different level where the awareness started coming in to what it really meant. And what started showing up was the conditioned belief that all of us either have had at one point or still do, where we think and we have been conditioned and we have believed the idea of who and what we really are, because most people haven't even explored that yet. But the idea of who and what we really are is imaginary. And the truth be told, and again, when you experience this firsthand, the truth be told, the mind-body that we believe and have been conditioned to believe is real is really the imaginary thing that is so. But when we go to the spiritual experience of who and what we really are, and when I say who and what, it's all the same. I just say that out of a concession so people can understand the who and what it's everything. But some people will relate who and what differently. So it should maybe say who what. So it's not who and what, it's who what. So who what we really are is the truth. But the imaginary self that we have been conditioned and believe that we really are, which is this body mind, is really the imaginary character in this play or this action movie, romance movie, thriller that we call life. And the who, what we are, our true nature is what I usually define it as, is not imaginary, and it's not airy-fairy. It's something that can absolutely be experienced firsthand if you allow it to. But we have to get to a place where the first step is just allowing it to be possible and allowing the mind to expand in a way that says, well, let's just explore the possibility of this being true. Let's just explore the possibility of what Brian is saying, that the mind-body is really the imaginary character in this play called life. And let's just consider the possibility of that who and what that Brian keeps talking about, the true nature. Let's just be open to the possibility of that being true. Because until we get to that point, we can't even explore whether or not it's true. And trust me, I've been there. If you would have told me what I am speaking about now a couple years ago, probably even less than that, I would have thought you were crazy. But it's because of my conditioning, my beliefs, and a lot of it was because of my Christian upbringing. I didn't allow myself to explore it. Now, the other thing that prevented me from doing it was my arrogance. And my arrogance allowed my mind to shut down and shut off all other possibilities to, or other than what my mind, me, my mind body, knew was true at that particular moment. So when I was having this dialogue with this amazing woman, it came to me that so many of us that aren't aware still believe that the imaginary character is the who, what we really are at our true nature. And we've been convinced, lied to, conditioned to believe that this mind-body is the real character in the movie. And it's not. So again, like I say all the time, don't take my word for it, because I say that because I don't want you to just take what I say and believe it. What I want for you is to take what I say, be open to it being true, and start there. And then start exploring it on a deeper level until you get to a place of knowing. Because there's no reason for any of us to continue believing something because someone else told us that is true. We have to start experiencing it firsthand so that we know it's true. See, we have it wrong that this whole idea of belief, hope, faith, we have it wrong to say that there's any power or truth in that. It's only until we experience it firsthand can we ever say that it's real. Because when we experience it firsthand, it is our reality. And anything else other than that is imaginary. So just sit with that, play with it, explore it, and see what shows up for you. Again, I'm not here to convince you or anybody of anything. I want you to be open, consider it as a possibility, explore it, and then get to a place of knowing. Other than that, it's just another belief. So, I don't know how far off I got on topic and what I expected to. I'll look at my notes after this. But that's all I've got for you at this time.